Hello, Z. Here's Rosie and Nothles.
Yeah, it's me, Alir. Look up. Thank you.
What are you doing over there, Lear? What are you doing?
Dispensing wisdom to their neighbor who works in a home improvement show. Howdy ho, neighbor Sombron.
You know, I could kind of see that in this game, just like a whole tool time thing.
Oh my god, I'm kind of surprised we don't have a character whose whole gimmick is like just carpentry. They probably ran out of stuff. Like, shit, we're out of characters. We'll have to save these gimmicks for the next game.
Yeah, because they were clearly very worried about having too many characters in this one. Hello, friends. Friends in chat. So where'd the music go? I was gonna say something about it and it just ended.
Oh,
there it is.
Oh. Do you need me in this room or can I go to the rest of Somniel?
I guess it's not that important. I was gonna say part of the piano sounds like Undertale.
Huh.
And I'm not someone who's just like, is that Undertale on everything, like, you know.
Undertale?
But, like, it had, like, the bum, 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 which is, like, the intro, that's the leitmotif from Undertale. Oh, man. I gotta take off my glasses again so it doesn't think I'm angry all the goddamn time.
See doll.
He's just there!
You can't be, like, just surprising us with those abs.
Indeed.
I'm thinking about that, like, triangle top thing he has.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you know, it's fine because he's a dude, but I could absolutely see someone in this game who's a woman with big boobs wearing the same thing.
We should talk about our discussion about like the design, the character designs in this. How they're a little kind of anachronistic.
Yeah.
And not in the sense of like, you know, wearing modern day clothing in a medieval fantasy sense. But before we do that, honey, what would you like to start with? We've got like the DLC paralogues, we've got a story mission, and then we've got like the non-DLC Emblem paralogues to do.
Let's do a bit of story, because I feel like we've been going very slow on that.
Alright.
Unless you really want to get Camilla right now.
No, we can do story and then Camilla. I've heard this next map is kind of nuts.
Oh boy.
Yes. Are we finally looping around? Nope. Almost.
We're going back to the Netherlands.
Oh.
I guess.
Oh, there it is. And then all of this.
Who even cares about that? It's not like in Echoes, you had to fight people if they showed up on the map, and here it's just like, they exist.
Oh. Sacred Stones map. I haven't played Sacred Stones. So
I played a
nothing
bit of
new.
Sacred Stones, but not far enough for whatever that's
I
referencing.
really want to play Sacred Stones.
Sacred Stones is cool. It's just like, you know, sometimes life happens and you don't finish
Yeah.
the game.
And also, like, I want to play Blazing Blade, which I'll probably do before Sacred Stones. Anyways, let's do
What
this.
about Binding Blade?
I think I'll play that. I like the look of those GBA games.
Mhm.
Anyways,
Florra Port.
yeah.
Oh boy, a port map. Then you know shit's getting crazy if there's a port map in a Fire Emblem game,
You know
right?
ship's getting crazy.
Haha.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Serenity and Ruin. That could
I
be
don't
kind
see
of
any
poetic
Elysian
if this
soldiers
game had
yet.
feelings.
Yeah.
I don't
They're
want to
likely
shed
heading
the
to the
story
castle.
that hard. It's just not
We better
very
go
good,
to
you
Florra
know?
Port.
See, my problem is like I have a friend who like this game would probably be right up their alley, but I also feel like that'd be slightly insulting them if I recommended it to them. It's just like, hey, I think this game is like absolutely rock fucking stupid. You'd love it.
That's the port closest to Fiernay Castle. You might remember it from your first time here.
I came here
Right.
before.
My first time here. I was so taken in by those
think we're getting a bit of
beautiful
mic
rolling
echo.
hills.
Those beautiful rolling hills that are totally different from the island that I started on with its beautiful rolling hills.
Oh no.
I mean, she had like 2 seconds to take that in.
What's wrong?
Smoke from the northeast.
Granted, I'm staring at the southwest.
That's the direction of Florra Port. Oh, they must have...
Wait,
No, no, no.
Let's go.
Where are we on the fucking map?
I don't know. I mean, this whole thing still is just, like, nonsensical because in the story, Alir can teleport, but just doesn't when things are actually happening. I don't...
And that's not a great looking background.
I mean, it was a pre-rendered scene, so all of it looked kind of crap.
Yeah.
Like, once
Florra.
again, there's some really nicely pre-rendered scenes, and then there's
Thinking of
other
this-
ones that are just made in the
These
game
people,
engine, so we don't entirely
armed
understand
soldiers,
why they're
farmers
pre-rendered.
live here.
Because it just makes them look
Don't
worse.
give in to despair, Alfred. For your kingdom's sake, we have to be strong. There are more Illusion warships off the coast. If any more make land, Firenze will crumble.
Why does Alir suddenly know things?
We need to fend off the incoming vessels and then rescue as many villagers as we can.
And this is totally different from, like, the
dear,
first
what
time
a
they put a
mess.
fucking army on your
The
soil.
smell from that smoke, it's really quite horrid.
Zephyr!
I mean, I'm happy to see some, like, you know, factual stakes that you can
Yeah.
see with your eyes for the first time.
The tattoo man still is like, oh god, I'm still in Engage.
And Vale, you too?
Vale is still in
I'm
good
guessing
mode here,
this
it
is
looks
your
like, so is she just gonna be like, yeah, us burning down this village is entirely so I can, like, explain to you that I didn't,
Absolutely
I'm not bad.
We only just got here. I heard you'd be coming to Firenze and I wanted to talk.
Why do you think we're here? Because we saw Elusia's army coming. Your army. The one that's burning Flora to the ground. You're Sombron's daughter. How can you not know what his forces are doing?
I'm not sure. Chris, did you order this attack? Is that how you knew where to go?
No, I'm still fine with this, because, like, you know, she could just be, like, repressing any sense of, like, you know, I can't possibly be a bad person because, like, the other part of her is the one that, like,
Sure, I knew
you know,
about the attack,
It's
but I'm
not
the one
that.
who
It's
gave
not
the
that she
order.
doesn't know. It's like she can just hang out with these people unquestionably.
no,
and
but
be
that's
like,
that's the thing.
Well, then who did?
That's my
monster told
interpretation
that
is
forces
that,
to
like,
attack
you
a
know,
town of innocent
part
people.
of, like, this personality split is that, like, she refuses to acknowledge the things that are clearly bad.
Okay.
Why, it was you.
What?
The homes up in smoke, the people burning to death, crying for help, any help at all. It was your design, your command.
Man, that would be really dark if we could see any of it.
Mine?
We're here now.
We finally made it. What did I miss?
We've got a whole Pokemon league
Forgive our
here.
lateness. There was a complication.
Oh my god, Marnie could be a gym leader, huh?
Marnie? Mavir? Hey, Lady Vale! Hope you've had some rest after that long trip. Guess I'm a little late. But I am ready and raring to kill everyone in town, like you said. What? Why would you do such a horrible thing? Those are innocent people.
Because we're evil, stupid!
Innocent? It's not like you to care about that. Oh, I get it. You switched, huh? You're the boring one. Switched? The boring... What do you mean? Someone explain this to me.
I love how Gris is just permanently, like, fucking
All right,
tripping.
It was a chore dealing with you anyway. I'll tell you the truth. You should hear this as well, Divine One.
The truth?
You want to know why you're clueless? Why you can't remember ordering the attack? Because it was the other Lady Vale's doing, along with every other move we've made.
The other Vale.
Every step we take, we are watching us.
Lord Sombron
Not a good
desired a
singer.
fell child suitable to carry on his legacy. You disobeyed him, failed to use your fell dragon powers, wished for peace. You were a defect, unworthy of your parentage. Thus, Lord Sombron gave me the power to make a few adjustments.
What adjustments?
What did you do to her?
It was simple, really. I strengthened your draconic impulses the teensiest bit. Then you thought nothing of killing humans. You embodied Lord Sombron's will.
Okay, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure the game just implied dragons are like genetically driven to be like evil douchebags.
Yeah.
Neat.
I mean, this setting barely, like, you know, exists, so...
Yeah.
Killing Lumera, stealing the rings, unleashing the corrupted across Elios. All you're doing.
I have further questions about the timeline of these events.
That's why I kept waking up in places I didn't recognize.
I thought I was just tripping.
So...
As your consciousness slept, the other was awake.
So why is she not
carrying
always under Zephyr's control?
Think of it. You fighting the corrupted. That
Like,
you
I
have
guess maybe
created.
it costs, you know, energy to, like, keep people brainwashed or something, but...
Maybe, but I think the game's answer is gonna be, hey honey,
The fell dragon's daughter
shut the fuck up,
and the
don't think about it.
divine dragon became friends.
No, it's just like she's laying this out like it's like, this was my plan all along! How delightful! It's like,
Hilarious, isn't it?
no,
And
this is really
pathetic.
stupid.
No.
You're fucking basic, Zephyr. You're fucking basic. Even if you're stupid fucking chin strap.
You're right. I've done horrible things.
The person who killed my mother and stole our rings, it was Vale, but not...
Zephyr's like, yes, you stupid fucker. That's literally what I just said.
Alfred's just like in the background, like, just like processing quietly.
He's like, hey, wait a minute. None of this makes sense.
Just like, should I
There
be
you have
helping the
it, Lady
villagers?
Vale. I'd say the misunderstanding has been resolved.
What
Zephyr,
was the point for
Rick,
you to explain all this?
Marnie, Mothier, you weren't my friend.
Just to be delightfully evil? Is that all it is?
Yeah. Just looking at Mobby, I'm like, oh god, can we just get to the fucking map?
I'm alone. I've always been alone.
Vale, it's all right, please. Let me help you.
How about no?
I'm over here now.
Remember in Final Fantasy VII where there's a big twist about the main character's identity and it's
Yeah.
like all like trippy but and crazy and it's all like, oh man, it was like that all along, and then it ends up being just like just incredibly iconic and triumphant in a way, even though it's like he was never the cool guy that you thought
From
he
this
was.
point on, I no longer have any need of you.
Type B cutscene.
Sleep now. Go on. Drift off into a dream.
I'm just thinking about how meaningless and hollow this is.
Time to wake up, Lady Vale. We do need you. I know how disappointed you would be if you were to miss the bloodshed.
You're a liar. Nothing like...
Run away! I'm sorry. Did her eyebrows go over her bangs?
Thank you for
I
waking
mean, that's
me,
just anime,
Zephyr.
man. I do that all the
I've
time.
been so looking forward to having some fun. Fetch me the ring of the Hero King.
Yes.
All I
as you
want to
wish.
do is have some fun. And
my
I've got a
hands
feeling I'm not the
yourself
only
as
one.
well.
Fetch me the ring of the Hero
Whatever you
King.
desire, my lady.
How exciting this is. I hope they have the endurance to at least resist a little. It's no fun if they just die. Right? Don't you agree?
Name.
You know, seeing as how I don't share memories with that pathetic little girl, I simply had no idea you and I were friends now.
So when I was defending this earlier, I was still under the impression that, you know, she just had two personalities, and it was, you know, you
Rest
can
assured
immediately,
that I
like,
am Vale.
interpret that in a way because, you know, that's a
In fact,
real,
I
like,
am Vale
mental
in her
disorder.
truest form.
But instead, it's just
Only
like,
one of us deserves the
Nope,
honor
mind
of
control.
calling the great
yeah,
Vale
and
the
like,
Father.
it's just a different character straight up because, like, they don't share anything except a body.
My friends,
Yep.
it's time
So
to fight.
there's no strife here. It's no different than like any other like time where you fight bad guy.
I can't wait for you to see like what causes the switch.
Well, we just saw it. It's Zephyr,
Yeah.
right?
Like the specific
Oh,
tool
that's
with which
right.
Zephyr
I have an
causes the
exciting
switch.
surprise for you.
Ivy, and you, Divine Dragon. It's been some time.
Remember when they were like
has it
just
not?
zombies that moaned and groaned, and now
Yeah.
it's like he's talking?
King Hyacinth.
He doesn't even look creepy. Like, didn't King Moron have like the weird glow and shit?
Yep.
Father! You're alive?
Can't this game like be
He's not.
consistent about
This is
anything?
corrupted Hyacinth.
Even Vale is just like, yeah, this is just a different character, but we reused the model.
Looks good as new, Not like Father's King Morian. I can do much better than that.
What's the point of this?
When I create the corrupted, they're just like
They're like, oh
themselves.
shit, we spent the money for that unique character model. We better not.
You can fucking
But
put
at
particle
times,
effects
that
on
can be a
him.
hindrance. So I made some modifications.
This is unimaginable.
Princess Ivy earned this.
Look at that expression on Evil Veil. She hasn't had her coffee yet.
Why me? For stealing the rings from Destinia Cathedral.
For being, 2/3 of an actual character compared to everybody else. I'm jealous.
But like,
Ever since
there's
then,
even this is even
I
less
have
earned than the King
longed for
Moron thing.
vengeance.
Yep.
Because like, they at least like
Hyacinth,
made an attempt
I
to show like the
intended to give you
dynamic
the ring
between
of
him
the
and
Lady
his
of the
son before like
Plains.
shit went down.
Take
Yep.
this
And then here's just
instead.
like, all we
The
know
ring
about
of the Sage
Hyacinth
Lord.
is the version of him that was
Yeah.
already,
Have me
for
fight
lack of a
my
better
own
phrase,
father?
corrupted by Sombron.
Yep.
And we just have like Hortensia's word for it that he
Don't you
didn't used to
understand
be
how
such a
cruel
douchebag.
this is?
So
Cruel. This is easily. the
this
most
makes
fun
me
I've ever
feel
had.
exactly nothing except like
Speaking of
amusement
fun,
at fucking Evil
All of
Veil.
the emblem rings are here.
That's just funny, man.
6 on
That's
your
just funny.
side, 6 on mine. There's no telling who might win.
Wario again coming in with the good points. How did they get Hyacinth's body back?
Now then, let the killing begin.
I am too busy like thinking about why I don't care to consider the like literal like logistics here.
I love that they're like 6 on your side, or 6 on our side, 6 on yours. I'm like, yeah, about that, bitch.
Oh, DLC.
Hector's gonna be like, hey, I can't count either.
Hector's gonna be like, oh ho!
So I heard. So I heard Hector and Diamant is a ridiculously good combination, but also Diamant and Edelgard.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's difficult to pick. Yeah, it should be hard. Give him T. Anyways, let's like look and see what we're up against, then I can pick units. A lot of axes. Okay, so we got one. Here, let me show why people think this map is crazy. 1 boss. 2 boss. 3 boss. 4 boss. 5 boss. 6 boss. What's this thing now?
I'm just thinking about how incredibly shallow this all is.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, okay, in real life, there do indeed exist, villainous people who are cruel for the sake of it,
Hi, wealthy people.
But they don't go around like cackling and monologuing about their evil plan to specifically fuck with you.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why is any of this like actually happening?
Okay, so...
Because it seems like the explanation literally is just like, yeah, dragons are just like assholes. They have less motivation than Rita Repulsa.
Yeah. So... 1 sword, 2 sword, magic, healer, spear, so we need axe. You have an axe, so congratulations. You also get to keep that fucking ring, because I don't know who else to put it bow, I think. Flyers. Oh, man.
I don't, you know, I keep thinking about the people who are like, oh, well, you know, I don't care about Fire Emblem's story, it was never good. I'm like, okay, first of all, wrong, but also, how do you ignore this? Do you literally just skip cutscenes?
Yeah, I think they do.
Because, like, it really just, like, affects my enjoyment how fucking stupid this story is whenever it tries to be dramatic.
Mm-hmm. But you bring a dancer for lack of an idea of, like, who else to take. Dancer would be useful.
Go ahead then.
Yeah. You not getting okay. Alright. Emblem ring it up. Who have you? I guess you can keep that one. Should put somebody on the same. What do we got for you?
Gotta get that Celica back.
We do.
Does this make any sense?
Not at all.
But would it be funny?
Yes, but it wouldn't really offer much. Not compared to, like, I think this, maybe?
Yeah, but I need a laugh.
Okay. Alternatively...
Uh-huh. I feel like that's less funny.
Okay. Alright, yeah, we'll give her to Saline.
Because at the end, is just gonna be like, oh man, I wish I had that body.
And he's like, me too.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this makes sense. Somehow. Yep. I gave you knockout. I think I'm just gonna give her. Flying creates heat.
I feel like Hortensia having quality time would be out of character.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll leave this. It's not like we can't fix it. Like, I think it's, you know, bad. Alright, front. These guys, they armored? They're not armored. That's armored. Alright, sure. Fuck it. We're gonna go for the asshole with Celica first. Oh, wait. No, we're not doing that cutscene again. Fuck that.
You know, I don't like shitting on this story.
Well, the story should have been so easy to shit on.
I prefer liking the story, but it's not making it very easy.
Where are we headed?
Like, every time I think I can make peace with just the idea of, like, yeah, just fucking, like, the most basic shit. Like, they couldn't even do Shadow Dragon. And then it just does some, like, fucking dumb crap. Like this fucking cutscene we just had.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, get out of the Netherlands, you fuckers.
I hear you.
The soundtrack seems to think this is an ultra dramatic moment.
Yeah. Reminds me of, like, the, a riff in the Mystery Science Theater episode of, Mac and Me. Where they're like, I want to see the movie this guy thinks he's composing for.
It... Honestly, like, you know, with the amount of things where, like, scenes try to get way more than they deserve. Like, they assume things have been built up in a certain way and they just haven't. It makes me call this story unfinished. this is the skeleton of a story.
Yeah. You probably get away with that claim.
Gotcha. What's our move?
I'm actually a little frazzled. I'm like, shit, who do I have do things?
Like, if our pet theory turns out to be true that, like, this story got, like, rewritten somewhere along the line, I really want to know what the original thing was.
Allow me.
Oh, I'm sure it wasn't.
Pretty weak.
Yeah, the story is pretty weak.
What do you think it wouldn't be any better?
All right.
The framework they have here is already so...
Yes.
It's like, you know,
I'm ready.
there's just not a whole lot there to improve.
Let's do this.
Like, maybe they could have made the characters a little bit more substantial.
The stage is mine.
But other than that, like, just...
I feel like, you know, just like with the amount of cutscenes
Where
that
to?
think they're like some sort of emotional climax, you could make those work if you
Whatever
like
you
build
need.
up to them a lot better. And then, you know, if you do that really well, it could even like, you know, hide the fact that the structure is so like
You hit
obvious.
me, I hit
Because you know, Fire Emblem's
Let's get
always
this
like,
pain
okay,
party started.
go forth and get your like recruit people to fight like bad guy country. And then here it's just like, you know, the most obvious form of that, where they literally tell you, go to these 3 countries and get these MacGuffins, and they all have like their 2 royals and yeah. Like another Fire Emblem game wouldn't like outright spell that out for you that that's how that's gonna go, but it generally is kind of what happens.
Yeah.
It's like you go to a new country, and they're also like, oh, we also hate bad guy country. We'll join you, but you know, maybe there's some twist along the way of like, oh, I've been mind controlled, or like I'm imprisoned, or like I have to fight for bad guy country because they imprisoned my you know, a loved one. These are all things in Shadow Dragon.
Yep.
So I don't feel like the framework is necessarily that bad. It's just that they don't seem to do anything with it, but they think they are.
Yeah.
And that's what's weirding me out so much. And we talked before about how, like, you know, the Type A cutscenes, the really pretty ones, like, also seem to be under the impression that this game is a bit darker than it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if there is like a version of this game sitting on like Insys's hard
A
drives
fine recipe.
that just has like a little more like punch, a little more meat to it, like
Retribution, motherfucker!
I'll go first.
I think that could help, but like as it is, it's just
Well done, I'd say.
such an annoying waste.
Yep. Let's see if Ivy needs another.
Here we go.
Ivy needs 2.
That color kind of looks good on Celica, not gonna lie.
Alright, Mr. Dancing Man. Yeah, that's nice.
You're not Dorothea, get out of here.
Mage killer, bitch!
I'll go first.
Over here.
Exquisite.
Well, I'm sure he's dead. We're about to get Celica.
Delicious pain. Let's do that again sometime.
See, this is why the evil emblem should talk, because Celica would totally agree with that.
Yep.
They turned her into a buck!
Oh shit. Alright, so we gotta take out all the bosses. So it would literally just be these guys are gonna come at us. I don't even know if these mages are gonna do anything.
So, like, are we getting Celica back, or did he just fucking, like, run away?
He fucking ran away.
Jesus Christ. Is anything gonna get accomplished?
I don't know. I think we might get that back. Think. Keyword. XP.
Like, this is another problem with this story. Like, it's never clear, like, you know, are we actually defeating someone, or are they just gonna run the fuck away? Because, like, as it is, it's just like, why should I care about defeating this person? Because it's not gonna mean anything.
Many thanks.
Yep. This is why Fire Emblem needs all of those, like, disposable chapter bad guys. Because otherwise, it's just gonna be fucking Team Rocket blasting off every goddamn time, and that'll be frustrating. I really should hire for
Thank you.
Can't get over the fact your strength is so much higher.
Like, I really don't understand why they didn't have, like, rando bosses, because that's immediately such an easy way to add world building and actually make us believe, like, oh, you know, this is, like, what the general illusion population thinks. Just give them a couple lines about, like, the Fell Dragon and shit.
Yeah.
And as it is, like, again, it's just like, we just have to take Hortensia's word for it.
Yeah, like, how great would it be if there was just a line where, you know, some, like, rando illusionist just, like, you know, Alir's just like, stop, we don't have to fight, or whatever, and they're just like, oh, now the Divine Dragon shows up. Where were you when we were getting invaded? Fuck you.
Yeah, or just like, you know, like, we have no choice to like, ally with the Fell Dragon because of Protea, you know? It's so easy to, like, give them some, like fight or defeat quotes. Which, again, like, since the beginning, it has always just been a way to, like, spice things up a little. Just, like, make them say shit when you kill them.
Mm-hmm.
So you just, like, even just, like, the slightest understanding of why they were fighting. And, you know, some guys are just indeed just, like, you know, not any deeper than, like, you are the enemy, I hate you, die. But then other people will just, you know, they'll have their thing about, like, you know,
Here it comes.
like an actual motivation or like a reason that they think that, you know, they're fighting the good fight.
Yep.
It's not that much. It's not that much effort. So I really don't understand why this game makes the choice of, like, just fight the same people over and over and then they just run away because you're too fucking stupid to buy a rope. Because it's just like, HP 0 just doesn't mean anything. It just means, like, I'm pretty winded, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
Like, they are also playing on casual.
I was just about to say, casual mode should only be for the players. Only we play the stakes.
And again, like, you can't ignore that part of the story because, like, even if you skip cutscenes, if you know, quote unquote kill a guy, they are just gonna be like, oh well, I'll see you later.
I'll catch you next time.
Ready to order?
Man, if fucking Frank Welker was in this, that would immediately make it so much better.
Yeah. Frank Welker is Sombron. Somebody get that fan dub made. He really had to think about it.
The kitchen is closed.
Fuck. Right off.
Now I want Peter Cullen in Fire Emblem as, like, a dragon.
Oh my
So
god.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
I need to swear less, but this game makes it hard.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
We need to buy that zapper so you can just zap me when I do it on stream. It'll be fun.
Yeah, Hortensia, you can go have fun with the guy.
What do I have to do with that?
Poor
Nice.
Illusia.
Wait.
Just like, what did she just say? I want my life back.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, maybe it makes sense they gave the Byleth emblem to her, because they're like, nobody else can like, keep a handle on this crazy bitch. You now stick demons.
This is
From
this fucking music. It's like the fucking Lion King stampede. Which just puts it in even sharper relief how much there is no emotion here to care about. I am a salty Sally about this, but like, they just keep whiffing,
Yep.
and it's just like, it wouldn't take that much to do better, which is that's what annoys me.
Yeah. Like, you know, I'm an amateur writer. I do better regularly. Like, my unpublished fucking web novels. Just, I you know, boast right now better than all of this shit.
Like, you hired a script writing company for this. I'd ask for a refund. You know, unless you specifically asked for, like, the most empty story imaginable. And then, of course, you know, there's also just the fact that, like, the real-time cutscenes just look like complete dog shit and do not convey anything that the script thinks is happening. Eve has made a clip.
Is it a clip of Rosie saying something funny?
I don't remember saying anything funny, just like complaining about this fucking story.
I have half a mind to have Yunalka just like Emblem mode and just like shoot one of these assholes and be like, you know what? Fuck you! We'll get to you eventually, but for now, fuck you.
I just keep thinking about how Shadow Dragon on the NES was like the starting line for this series. And, you know, it's not super deep,
Nope.
and they had to like cut some stuff because they like kind of forgot that the Famicom can't like do big ass visual novel images.
Yep.
But it still just has like, you know, such better emotion. And then the entire series like keeps building on that base, and then this just kind of like throws it out.
Yep. Kaga is rolling in his grave.
Okay, first of all, he's not dead.
I know. I just wanted to get that line out.
And second of all, I think he's happy just like doing whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's why he left. They wouldn't let him do whatever he wants. Which, you know, really was his own fault. Because he did, you know, famously say, like, maybe next time you shouldn't let me do whatever I want.
And they're like, okay. He's like, no, not like that.
Though I also like his quote where he's just like, yeah, we canceled Fire Emblem 64 because the N64 fucking sucks. Obviously not a direct quote, but that was the you know, the sentiment there. It's like, yeah, this hardware sucks. That's why we made another game on the Super Nintendo in 1999. Though apparently he did float the idea of like making like a normal version of Thrakia for N64.
That would have been nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want to know what that N64 game was going to be like, because we have the one screenshot that, like, seems like it's, like, actually, like,
Was that too much?
you know, or like a real screenshot, not a mock-up. And you know, it's like sprites running around on a 3D background. And it's just like, yeah, the N64 was kind of weird. Especially for, like, you know, stuff that used a lot of 2D. Like, it just kind of looks weird on the N64 for some reason that I can't really explain. I don't know why. But I think it would have, like, been interesting, and, like, some parts of that got reworked in the Binding Blade. It's just, it's something I'm just really curious about what that game would have been like what the intention was there. Do you guys want me to watch that Eve clip right now? Is that the implication? Is it weird for a streamer to watch their own clips while they are streaming?
I don't know. I don't know many streamers personally.
Alright, I'll watch it later then. Yeah, do keep on clipping. I like seeing which bits, like, you guys think are just, like, standouts. Cause I'm just out here doing my Rosie thing.
Yes, I like those odds. Ow. What is this XCOM horse shit?
I still don't know what the hell these things are.
I guess they're oh, minions of the fell dragon who aim to bring the world to ruin. Their dark breath destroys all.
But the thing is, like, you know, they're corrupted. So I'm like, what were they originally?
Uh-oh.
Or is corrupted just like a brand name for shit that the Fell Dragon makes?
I think it just might be a brand name at this point.
This is what I trained for.
Didn't train to survive the terminal.
Hey, you can always go back and, like, clip stuff from a previous stream as long as the VOD's still there, so you have like a week after the stream to do it.
Thanks for that.
I think we've cooled down enough to talk about the fucking character designs.
What do you have to say about those?
Alright, so, the other night, Rosie, and by the other night, I mean last night, Rosie and I were talking about, like, just character designs and, like, various RPGs, like, JRPGs in particular, bunking through into the mainstream. And, we talked about how, this is partly why in my server I was talking a little bit about Xenoblade. We talked about how Xenoblade 3 is sort of that series, like, Persona 5 moment where it, like, is able to, like, punch through into the mainstream and people are like, oh, this is a thing. It's not like...
Well, the gaming mainstream.
Yeah, the gaming mainstream. And how Three Houses was sort of Fire Emblems.
Yeah.
Like Persona 5 moment. Except this game, and part of it is just, like, character design, right? There's no way a game with the character designs of Xenoblade 2 is going to make it into the mainstream because it's too hard. And this is like, how did you put it? This was like a step back, these character designs. Like there were a little too like pandery. Like I think the comparison I made is like, they look like they were made to be our next body pillow.
Yeah, like I feel like it's, you know, we've transitioned into having like a more subtle sexuality to like the way characters are designed and written. in RPGs, because if you look at, like, you know, Three Houses, like, you know, people go crazy for those characters.
Yep.
And they are not, like, nearly as, like, you know...
Overtly sexualized.
Yeah. I mean, you have characters that have, like, plenty of cleavage and they, like, you know, show off stuff, and it's just, like, it makes sense for the setting and the characters that it's just, like, yeah, that person would dress like that, and they own it. Like, that is just part of them. No one's even questioning that with characters like, you know, Dorothy or Manuela. And then here, it's like, it's so over the top in that way more Fates-like way, and people like it's easy to clown on that because it feels way more like they're just like, hey, boobs, and then also there's a character there.
Yeah.
And that's not the case with Three Houses. It's not even a case with Persona 5, which you know, does have some, like, sexualized character designs, but it's like,
that's the
and that's the entire point of, like, you know, it all fits together. And here it's just like, you could dress these characters normally. I don't think it would affect that much of the appeal, unless you're just like this, like, you're the Thor high heels of stupid, like, over-the-top anime pandering bullshit. like I think what I said before is that it's like, you know, you buy a game like this or Fates, and you look at those character designs, and it feels like you're being talked down to. Like the designers think that you're a drooling idiot, and by buying the game, you'd be proving them right. I think a lot of people probably feel that way. When a game just, like, looks like that, right?
Yeah. Like, you know, this is a game with character designs that look like, you know... Alright, like, you know, take Seedall. That's probably not super offensive. Like, you know, he could be in a game that could have that breakthrough moment. But then, you know, as much as we love her, this is not the character design of somebody in a game that's gonna, like, you know, break through into the gaming mainstream. Like, sorry, Yunaka, we really like you, but it's not gonna happen. Like,
I feel like it still is kind of happening just because, like, her personality is so memeable.
yeah. But, you know, also just, like, look at Ivy. Look at Celine's dress, which might literally just, you know, stop at her stomach, and that might just but be her bra. It's like, you know, these are not the character designs that will, you know, hit that maximum audience. That's why, like, this game has already hit, like, its saturation. Like, this is not going to have the legs of Three Houses.
Yeah, you need some level of subtlety for people to continue getting something out of, you know, your work of art, because, you know, games are art.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking questions on that. Because here it's just like, you know, it immediately, like, okay, we've exhausted the topic of the story being, like,
Crap.
the basicest of basicest.
And then failing at that.
Yeah. And then the character designs are just, like, because they're so over the top and there's not much to their personalities, you exhaust that well pretty quickly. And I feel like Yunaka is going to end up being an exception to that, just because, like,
She's too crazy.
Yeah, she's not clear cut. It's just like, what is her deal?
Yeah.
And it can kind of, like, make the gears turn in your head of, like, okay, what is this character? Like, there's things to interpret there, and most of this does not have that. Like, I feel like a couple of the more, I don't want to use the word tasteful.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not being like, oh, you know, the boobs and the blah blobs. I mean it in the sense of, like, you know, this is all really garish. So I feel like the less garish designs, those characters are probably gonna keep having, like, a decent stream of, like, fan art and people talking about them. Like, you know, like I mentioned Yunaka, I feel like, I still feel like Tamara, despite being, like, you know, garish, like, that works for that character
Yeah.
very well. And like, it's still, like, a really pleasant design to look at, as opposed to, like, you know, Ivy's waffle iron or Celine's dress.
I will stop it.
Stop at nothing to protect Lady Vale, even as I obviously watch my compatriots abuse her. By the way, do you have an opening?
Who are you again?
He's like the noble one.
Your name's Kellum, right? This guy's such an absolute nothing character.
Yep.
And again, like, you know, the archetype, that could be a thing where it's like, you know, he's working for camp bad guy, but like his true allegiance is protecting Vale. So what does that ultimately mean? It's,
But so far he's just like, he sees no contradiction. Like, he just watched them brainwash this girl he's apparently sworn to protect, and he's just like, yeah.
He has never had an interesting line up until this point where he said he would protect Vale.
Yeah.
That's the first time he has had anything. Like, before now, it's just like he stands out because he's so generic.
Yeah.
And he you know, he lives in Clown Town, so... How's this map?
Fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll go first.
I think when I do my solo playthrough, I'm just gonna put it, like, entirely on Japanese, even text.
Yeah. And when what's her face?
Allow me.
No.
Alas.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
What more could I have done?
Anything. Literally anything, man.
Yep. You guys can like kindly pick on Tamara with her ridiculous defense.
So, I know that guy's not dead,
Uh-huh.
but it sure looks like he is.
Yeah. Funny how
Like,
that
at least with Grist, like, you know, his line doesn't play like, alright, I'm out of here. See you next week.
Yeah.
And this guy is like, that's a death line.
Yep.
But I know he's not
Pretty
dead.
weak.
So, like, you know, and I know that because he can recruit him, and I know that. But if you don't know that, I wonder if you'd get confused when he just turns up again.
Like, I see people playing this game and just, like, loving it. And I wonder how many of them are eventually just gonna stop and be like, hang on a minute, what the fuck is this? By all means, fly right into Tamara, please.
You think you can defeat me and my knights? Then by all means, try.
Come on, Tamara, hold out for us.
Man, I wasn't looking at the name tag while
With
she was
him at my
talking, and I was
side, I'm
like,
invincible.
who is that dude?
Yeah.
Because it didn't look like Sigurd to me at all.
Oh, shit.
What is happening here?
We got hit by Roy's ability, and Alira's at 1 hit point now.
That's not good.
No, it's not. That said, I think Tamara's about to open up a can of whoop ass.
What is Roy's ability again?
It makes a big fire. Oh shit.
Unforgivable.
Wait, why would Roy have that ability?
I don't know.
I don't know, never mind.
Please miss.
I won't fall here. I'm sorry, Divine.
Actually, I'm not going to time crystal that, because that'll happen even on class.
What do you mean?
The 4 main royals.
Oh, they just can't die?
They cannot die.
I won't let anyone die! Yeah!
I think Alir might be dead though because of the fire fight that they started.
I'll never yield.
Okay, we are alive.
Somehow?
Yeah. Well, this is...
Give me an order.
Here we go.
My turn!
Donk.
Another kill for me.
Not that I'm into killing or anything, Baka.
Yeah. God damn it! Fuck! Oh, cause it's Roy. Fuck you.
You are no longer our boy.
Yeah, my...
Allow me.
Mean!
There, I need to be very bad.
That helps.
It sure does.
Is it my turn?
Fucking... Alright, you know what? Just...
Emblem, engage.
I'm a dragon, raw! Fuck your game balance.
I'm an asshole now, apparently, according to the lore. Somehow.
Still only just done. No. Take that out. Wait.
I'll go first.
Wait, that sound
You were
effect
a
made
good
it seem
fight.
like he parried his sword with his dragonness.
Bah.
Really annoying thing here. I just have a carry over, man.
Adorable.
The what? Oh yeah, that. Piss off the fucking terrain movement.
Here goes.
Shit.
Lend me your strength.
Oh, but it would all... No! But, yeah, she can't be broken, that's right. She's got horse shit.
Yeah, this terrain shit's really annoying. Is this to make up for that fucking paralogue where poison doesn't do anything?
Yeah, maybe. Hoping he can...
I will never give up.
we go! On!
How about this?
You're nothing!
That's still pretty satisfying, though.
Yeah. God damn it! Fuck off! What is this terrain bullshit?
Emblem, engage.
Excuse me. Fuck off, Roy! It works on both health bars? Oh, you piece of shit. Oh, no animations for you. You suck. Who dies?
This is so embarrassing.
Alright,
I'm gonna pull out and get back to my train.
Beaten by a bunch of weaklings.
How did he go first?
He trained under Amuro Ray.
No fair, no fair, no fair!
God damn it, that was my archer too. I would have happily got her ass out of the sky. Alright, who needs help? Still just...
You could time Crystal and not put Etienne in that line.
Yeah. It's like, the ideal thing to do would be time crystals, like, way back, and lure them into here so they don't, like, answer. In fact, I'm tempted to do it, but I feel like that's not making for great stream. And also prolonging the map, I'm finding increasingly frustrating.
This is like, you know, an element of Fire Emblem, though, where it's just like, you really gotta, like, start thinking about your moves.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck, we're gonna time crystal, like, good ways. Game, can you, like... Does that seem like it's slow, like, on purpose, or is the game
It's
having a hard time keeping up?
Yeah, that feels kind of odd and laggy.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, that's like the least annoying place to have lag, I think.
Yeah.
It just looks a bit odd. Warrior says, imagine tanking major hits from 2 or 3 different lords in a row and then dying from getting lightly kicked in the face by a dancer.
Go ahead.
I'm here.
Also, for any new viewers, we're not
I'd
usually
say.
this salty. Just parts of this game bring that out in us.
Yeah. You're gonna start moving, I think. You pissed me off.
I feel like you're starting to get into that zone where, like when I was playing Blazing Blade on stream, of just like, you know, rubber ducking the entire chat to be like, okay, how are we gonna do this?
I was hoping this would be enough to like take good stuff. Might as well hit her now while she's over there.
You think you can
Shut the fuck up.
Watch this.
Prepare to be papayas.
Zephy's just like, I'm in the weirdest case of deja vu right now. Good thing I brought an extra health bar, whatever that means.
Yeah. Did Larson again? Sick.
Ah, fuck, this guy's back.
Yeah, I went that far back.
Is there a sleep status? Because he's putting that on me.
What's our move?
You know, poison is like so nerfed in this game, but I'm still like, just like, please don't have sleep and berserk in this game. That's just not a good time for anyone.
I think I might bait him. Because that bitch down there with the Roy is the real shit sucker. So if I could, he's gonna come in and probably try and hit with you know, just whoever I've got in the front. Which would bring him right into Great Ether and do some damage.
I do like that it's like, you know, because they have the rings you used to have, they have the same incredibly broken shit.
Yeah, and it is some horseshit. Okay, anybody he can get to
So-
can like retaliate. So, and the only person this guy can get to could, you know, prevent the turn. Yeah, I'm gonna blow Great Ether on that guy and see what happens. Aha! He fell from the tree.
I feel like you took out Celica easily because that's the sort of thing that, like, an AI wouldn't be able to figure out how to use that ability effectively.
Yeah. I should have given Alfred the fucking spear. Acceptable.
I couldn't even tell how much damage that guy had in the first place because as soon as the battle screen popped up, he was just already healed. One of those tiny like UI things.
God damn, Chimera just exploded the first fucker.
I mean, good. I love the Ike ability a lot because it's just like it just keeps going.
Yeah. We take it. I'm on a horse!
I can still do more.
Having thoughts.
No need for The Emblem is going wild. This is just like what happened at Solm Palace.
We didn't get this dialogue before.
This poses a...
What the heck?
I don't know. But anyways,
We somehow skipped it last time.
hey. Fuck. You gotta, you know. Yeah. I don't know if she's got a thing that's like keeping her alive with that.
Time to finish the job.
Well, we're about to find out. Nope.
Crit! And a little bit of that Diamant luck in there.
Armed like this, and yet I did not win.
Maybe I could try wearing more than fetish gear.
But she needs it for the brainwashing.
Yeah, probably. So he needs some goods.
like actual groomers
I'll go
FAO?
first.
Or is that too interesting for this game?
Too interesting.
Think whatever you like.
Grooming would require like, you know, subtlety and understanding of how a person persons. I think that's beyond the writers of this game.
Yeah, but whenever this shit happens, she is like talking to like a child and being like, this is what you actually want, right?
Yeah.
It kind of feels like that's what they're trying to do, but they're very bad at it.
Mm-hmm.
What is this nonsense?
We'll get through this.
I don't recall this being a problem last time.
Nope. Well, sure this one. Can break. He'll heal, but you know, no, he won't because he's not the point. Damn it! Yeah, I have enough healers.
Man, when's the last time a Fire Emblem enemy had Nosferatu?
I don't know. Ah, didn't matter, bitch! Oh!
You know, even if there are fewer good crit coats in this game, it is immensely satisfying when you get them.
Yeah. Unless you're DM on.
This game's number crunching does seem to be a little like harsher on the player than you know the last couple games have been.
Okay, so he's going to try and like, ultra fuck up.
Isn't he using Shine instead of Nosferatu last time?
He might have been.
Yeah, maybe we somehow got him to like equip a different spell, and then that's why it went weird. That's the thing about time travel, man.
Hey, thanks.
Shoot a woman in the face and it changes everything. Can you guys hear Nothles okay?
I can move closer. I'm doing my like mumble.
Yeah. But I feel like that's half the fun of like watching someone play Fire Emblem, so.
Let's get you knocked closer.
We should get you your own mic, it'll be fun.
Yeah. Knock it closer. Hopefully. Alright, nobody will be able to get to over here.
For you, anything.
Alright, let's see how poorly this goes.
With him.
Yeah, there we go.
Is this
What?
really how it ends?
Fucking.
There's no future without you. Don't go.
Okay, so that whole phase was
Wait.
a fucking bust.
Does that happen in 3 houses?
Yeah.
Huh. See, I never saw that.
I won't let
It
anyone-
game's too easy. Because remember in Echoes, if your Lord died, you were just fucked.
Pretty weak.
Whatever.
You really have to go this far back?
Yeah, well, I want like. This bitch will insta-kill Alir, and I gotta take care of that guy, and I don't have enough people close enough to take her out. So we have to figure something out with this one.
You have my respect.
That's what I call my axe.
Me first!
Damn it! Diamond, what the fuck?
Dude, he performs like most of the time. You can't be that
but
mad.
now I need him to, and he isn't.
You needed him the other times too. You just don't remember because it went well.
Not moving him in
It's the psychology
Hold steady.
things.
then.
A little help, please? Allow me to demonstrate.
You're not cool enough for that line. Give it back. I kind of do like that they put that line in. It's just... I hate this clown child. See, now I want to know if other characters will say that too.
Hit him with- Now,
Alas. What?
Pretty sure Diamant's a guy, dude. It's not a lass.
oh, she can't move. I thought she was still colorless. Alright, let's try this horse shit.
Bob is here and he immediately says, "Oh, hey, it's this chapter."
Invincible. You're
Yeah, we're having a time here.
Alright.
This will hurt.
Thanks for the announcement.
You put up a good
That's
fight.
the understatement.
Was that freaking Soul Calibur line just now?
Alright. Okay, so first.
I'm fine.
What's our move?
Aches and pain.
Oh, you know what they say? No pain, no dead clowns.
Yep.
Look at this bullshit.
I wonder if a critical hit can get through the bridge.
No, I think it just automatically...
Yeah.
Ow!
Fine though. I have plans. Like the guy who isn't gonna do much damage.
I'll help.
Holdout plus being fair and balanced. Yeah,
One less
you
for
know,
me, huh?
this game giving you all this broken shit is less fun when it's on the
Ready
enemies.
for a fight.
Stop! Hammer time.
I'm here.
Sup, bitch?
Beaten by a bunch of weaklings.
Man, she forced herself into plural.
Yep.
It's pretty sad.
Alright. Cool, neat, sweet, whatever.
Would have been funnier if you just had Seal kick her in the face again. Yeah, but we might need him for something.
He's gonna take fire damage. But this guy is probably gonna be going to the Hurt Factory or the Kill Factory, so I'm not too worried about him.
What about the CNC Music Factory?
Wait. Not physical. Actually, I'm not even sure if Hortensia will take the fire damage because she's technically a flying unit, even if her, flying.
Let the
thing
show
is
begin.
Not, present. He's not on fire ground either, so I'm not actually too worried about him.
I guess he would be the CNC Music Factory. Because he makes everybody dance now!
Bum, 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 bum.
I resisted the urge to, like, belt that and destroy the ears of everyone in chat, so you can thank me later.
Okay, that'll have to be okay. Oh, no.
And then the fire just left?
What the fuck?
Lost.
Jesus Christ.
Ridiculous.
Nope, nope, nope. I don't accept that either.
Wah, 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 wah.
Movement is for 1, 2, 3.
Flyers don't take fire damage.
Thought so.
But also the fire, just like, most of it just went away anyway, so.
Okay, I'm mad.
Bet you are. Oh, yeah. Fuck it. He wants to hit Hortensia? I'm gonna let him hit Hortensia. Let's see how well it goes for him.
And then he crits.
That's not how the number seeds work. Go ahead. Go. Hit it. See how well it works for you now.
What?
Alright, so Hortensia, my strategy is for you to take that axe to the face and then retaliate. It's very important that you take that hit.
I mean, get your fucking sister.
I'm a military genius.
I'm a military genius. The instructors at West Point compared my stratagems to Napoleon. What they neglected to tell that guy was they were comparing him to Napoleon in Russia, as in, why the fuck would you think that was a good idea, you stupid motherfucker?
He is a pretty stupid motherfucker.
He is. Yeah, you should all go watch the Civil War drama North and South. It's really good. We are not engaged.
Is Diamant the George Hazard of this game?
Absolutely. No question about it.
Because he is just way too cool.
He is too cool for the game he is in.
Thanks.
And does he make people around him automatically cooler? Because that's what George Hazard
Well, so
does.
far, all of his supports have been pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Even
true.
with fucking Fran.
Yeah. Yeah, that unexpectedly was like, wait,
Okay.
the story knows the setting exists?
Are you all armored douchebags? Oh, just... Put him out there as bait and see what happens.
Now we just need to have George Hazard like voice a Fire Emblem protagonist.
Is he too old for that though?
I mean, he probably still sounds the same, right?
Yeah. I remember finding out that fucking Riker voices David Xanatos.
Who?
The villain from Gargoyles.
Oh, I've never seen Gargoyles.
It is like the straight up trope name for Xanatos game.
Well, you're the TV tropes guy, not me. I'm not even a TV tropes girl.
Now I'm angry.
I don't know how to feel about that like delay on it, where it's just like he swings, and then like a second later the guy actually gets hit.
Of course.
There was this two-player strategy game I used to play on Amiga called North and South, which is apparently based on a Belgian comic book. And it was really fun, but the problem is someone has to play as the Confederates. My brother always made me play as the South.
What a douchebag.
Yeah. It's that older sibling privilege.
They've had a hard time. Getting clowned on by the fucking
Me
backup
first.
clown girl.
Glad I can rely on you.
I'm wondering if the next, like on my other playthrough, if it's just smarter to go for her this way to begin with, instead of having to let, you know, Mauvier come down on me. Questions for later. You know, one thing I did really like in Three Houses is that flyers could just go over top buildings. Instead of arbitrarily being like, oh, you can't fly over that. It's too tall. You're only allowed to, like, hover over the ground.
Yeah, but Three Houses also just didn't have map design, so, you know.
Axe dudes. This douchebag. That douchebag. Alright. Ready for some shit. Ivy spending quality time with Diamant. I like it.
So, chat. would any of you be around to watch if I did like a stream during the daytime on a weekday? I've been wanting to do that, but I'm always afraid no one's gonna show up. If I just did it in like the early afternoon or something.
I'll go first.
I will not forget your loss.
I will. Who the hell was that guy?
Yeah, he didn't have a face. He doesn't count.
Let's go.
Alright, Diamond, get in there and kill your girlfriend's dad.
Eve says she could try to sneak in. Warrior says he works from home, so he could have it on in the background, but not talk much.
I remember nothing. That look on your face. Is it fear or hatred?
If he doesn't even like know anything, then there's just like even less like emotional strife here. So I was Vale all like, I made improvements. Mine's verbal.
Oh shit, I don't have
Evil Vale is just so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might do a stream tomorrow, like around noon or 1-ish, depending. Probably play some Mario.
Mario!
All Stars. I want to just like go through the whole trilogy, like no warp zones. Because I haven't done anything like that since I was a kid. When I was a kid, I played through a bunch of All Stars. Not sure how much I actually beat, but I remember playing a lot of it. Because it had a save feature, so I didn't need to like
I'll go first.
Not done.
be crazy at it. And then people seem to kind of like not think of All Stars too much. Like most people, when they think of like that classic trilogy, they go for the NES versions. And even Nintendo, who loves their nostalgia, seem to like promote those more than All Stars.
Yeah.
But All Stars is more nostalgic for me.
My turn.
Because as a kid, I wasn't like super into the NES, so I was like, oh, and I loved Super Nintendo. So when it was like, oh, you can play these games on Super Nintendo? Hell yeah!
Give in to your impulses, Emblem Leaf.
Oh, I set Leaf free. Perfect.
Lord Sombron is limitless. I was right in my actions.
Wait, so do the evil emblems have emotions and opinions then?
No, they don't.
But yeah, later whenever I was like, yeah, let's pop in Mario, so I was just like, all right, warp zone, so I'll finish the game in like 15 minutes. And that's a shame because like I remember in like Mario 1 just like, you know, going through the levels normally, it does feel like this big journey.
All right,
in a way.
We're probably gonna get some unearned dramatic dialogue, so that's big.
Eve says she's likely out for tomorrow's streams, but she'll see about airport/plane Wi-Fi. I think I've watched Rosie's streams on a plane before. Now that is some dedicated.
Yeah, what a good elf.
He's great.
I've not seen you since we were at the Brodian border.
Who are you again?
That was our farewell. In this life, at least.
It need not be. I can appeal to Lord Sombron. Ask him to welcome you back as our ally.
No. You are... not you. I will not cling tearfully to my father's shadow. But I am grateful for this. Grateful for the chance to thank you. Say goodbye. And tell you that as Elusia's queen, I will surpass you.
That's pretty good.
I'm here.
I like that speech.
I cannot accept this.
I don't like fireballs.
The moment I slipped into the fell dragon's thrall, my fate was sealed.
What
Wait.
was that?
Can you use the word thrall like that? Isn't he the thrall then because he's enthralled?
Ivy,
Am I?
Hortensia.
I don't know if you can use that word
I'm
like that.
sorry.
Like legit, I don't know. I'm not
No.
saying like, you know, they fucked up.
But I love you both.
You can use it like that? Okay.
Is yours to lead.
If I can nitpick one thing though,
To say.
I wish the map music would shut up during these moments.
Yeah. Now we just got.
Like I feel like that would have warranted some boss music. And like for the start of it, to like immediately like kind of like push up Ivy's speech.
Yeah.
And then at the end, like, it would have been nice to get, like, some, like, you know, sad music there. So remember in Mystery, like, when you beat a boss, it plays, like, the death jingle that you would get for characters, but then the part after it's different. I always thought that was interesting, because it, like, highlights, like, yeah, it is still sad that you killed a guy.
For Elusia.
Everyone in the chat teaching me English. No, I don't think I'd heard it used that way before.
Veil gonna come out of her plate.
Mario says, it's a minor thing, but the sound effects when you hit something with a fireball are really satisfying. Imagine if it was like that one stock sound effect, or like, you know the one, right?
For Serenity!
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
You were a good fight.
You dumb bitch! I'll leave my very safe fortress.
I mean, it's in character, so...
Yeah. She's not immune to breakage. She's got the Marth. Dogpile on Veil.
Ah, a new toy. I'm going to enjoy this. Can you defeat your old friend Marth?
I mean,
Yeah.
Here we go.
we don't have to touch him, he's a ghost.
Yeah. In fact, we can't.
We just need to, like, beat you up, and, you know, prior cutscenes have shown
Not
we're all
difficult.
very willing to do that.
Yeah.
No qualms about, like, just, like, destroying this child.
Buy a papaya.
Was that too much?
Hero King, let's make it hurt, shall we? Impressed by Father's power? Fell dragons are far beyond divine dragons.
Whatever that means.
I mean, I guess they're just, like, you know, different dragon tribes or whatever. That's how I've always done it.
Yeah.
But just... Man!
There we go.
It's not possible. How could this happen? I promise
promise you will not survive our next encounter.
Every single time, like, the opportunity presents itself, I'm just like, it's such a waste not to have the evil emblems talk.
Yep. Woo! That took almost 2 hours.
Is it more like an hour and a half?
Maybe, yeah. What a fucking map.
Hey, I understood that reference,
Damn.
Wario.
The ring we gave Hyacinth. They snatched it.
We gotta protect the other ones. Let's get them onto the ship.
I will take the ring of the Hero King.
Come, my lady. We must hurry.
You're my butterfly, my sugar baby.
Is something the matter?
Zephyr, give me your ring.
What are you planning?
Just do it.
Very well.
Is it?
Please, take this.
His beans are in the head. Like,
But why? I know you can't forgive me for all the things I've done. But still, you must know. I need you to know that even though our friendship was brief, it meant everything.
could you speak up a bit?
Zephyr, you stupid bitch!
What the hell?
Oh god! I wasn't paying attention. Did we not look at the obvious tell of her eyes to see which one we were talking to?
You filthy defect!
We can murder people, but we can't show Vale getting slapped.
Yeah.
Vale!
When we return, I'll see that you never wake up again!
Mavir, keep an eye on those other rings.
Understood.
The Ring of the Holy Night. Thank you, Vale.
Just like...
Emblem Sigurd. Emblem Leaf. I'm glad you two are back.
As am I. Allow me to apologize for failing to protect you at the cathedral.
But, what the fuck happened back there? It was all very confusing.
All this time within my dimmed consciousness, I feared you and I would never again meet.
But I was more worried about how I'm never gonna meet my son.
Sigurd. That was my fault, not yours.
As you saw, they have been twisting Vale's mind and using her as a pawn.
You mean just overriding it entirely?
With Sombron's movement limited, it is she who carries out his will.
How limited is it?
I see.
Should
'Cause
we
he
try
showed
to
up at
rescue
that
her?
fucking cathedral.
First, we have to help the people of Flora. We can go to Elusia after we've put out the remaining fires and rescued the survivors. With this fight, we have 8 rings. We're at an advantage to take the other 4.
Yes. Victory is in sight.
Alfred, why don't you go to the castle? Tell Queen Ev what has happened here.
Yeah. Leave the village to us.
Thanks, everyone. I appreciate it.
Be safe, Vale.
I'm kind of surprised Evil Vale did not get a Type A cutscene. Like, that feels like it's, you know, maybe a bit more important to the plot than, like, I'm sorry I'm bad, catch!
Is it though? Is it really? It probably would have been a good idea for her to just jump off the ship at that point.
Yeah, like, just, I got the ring, bye!
Because then it's like, okay,
Now we have a ring and a veil.
Yeah, but also, like, you know, what are the villains gonna do? Like, oh, quick, like, get her back. Oh shit, we're being shot at.
Yeah.
You know? But, you know, that requires Vale to be smart, so.
That involves the writers being smart. Oh, wait, no, there she is. Hanging out. Which boat do you think it is? They just left a few. I would love just for a character to be like, just, what the fuck is going on?
Maybe they just didn't have enough people left to, like,
Oh!
use the boats.
Yeah. Oh man, Diamant, that was heavy. What do you have to say about it? Wow, you're tall. As always, Diamant says the coolest things.
Well,
Oh shit, like, reactions. Hey Ivy, how do you feel about killing your dad?
Yes.
How about you?
See, it's weird how if something actually happens in a plot, then, you know, characters can have something to say about that.
Yeah. Let's get this on. Woo! We got Sigurd and Leaf back. Time to figure out who to put him on. Sigurd's going on Alfred. I might swap Tiki over to Alir or Diamant for, like, the stat boosting.
Consider how that map would have been without the DLC stuff.
Oh, Christ. A huge pain in the ass. But then again, like, how much of the DLC stuff did I even actually use?
Use Tiki here and there.
I used her the first time, but then I had to, like, time crystal back. Mostly what I'm using Tiki for is a stat boost for Alfred, because apparently his stat growths aren't super great. Like, he's better as, like, just a... Like, he's a tank in the sense that he can take the hits, but he can't dish them back out. So I'm using the stat buffs for Tiki to make it so that he can, in fact, you know, dish the hits.
Also, we didn't get to see what Saline Hector looked like.
Yeah, we didn't. We'll have more chances for that. What's this guy? Is he gonna howl? Nope.
We'll never give anyone a gift.
Ah.
Have you been talking to Alfred? No, I don't want to know. Sammy. So is this ever gonna be a thing? We just have, like, I don't know.
Maybe people will sit there sometimes.
Maybe.
We still have more characters to get in this game, so...
Yeah, like 4.
Who all is going to be recruitable?
Let's see.
No, we're going to get Vale and Mauvier. Spoilers!
There is a old lady who's 10 years younger than...
Oh,
Vader.
right. I forgot about her. Where does she, like, figure into the plot?
Probably, like, a paralogue or some shit. We're not gonna get to it in this stream, but I'm gonna tell it to you anyways. I believe in the next chapter there's a recruitable character that you have to talk to.
Holy shit.
One.
In the Fire Emblem game?
Yes. And he has apparently been almost universally benched for coming in late in the game. And apparently a lot of people don't even know, like, he's recruitable, because he's like an enemy.
I mean... That's how it works in Fire Emblem.
Yeah, but it's also like, you know, this game has had none of that.
Yeah,
so
like,
you're not even thinking about recruiting people.
why would they put that in, like, in the late game just like that?
I don't know.
And not even have it be, like, a cool character? Do you think it means anything that Zephyr is almost Zephyr?
No. Not really. It's always fucking steel, and I'm sure not. What the fuck? I have more silver than I have steel. What is this?
Do you think they named her that on purpose at least, or?
No. Anything good on this?
What would Dog Howler's stats be if they were playable? He'd be too powerful. That's why he's not playable. He'd just have like guaranteed crit in all cases. Weapons would just have no weight when he uses them.
Yeah, let's put
I'll be here.
News. Alright. Here you go, Alfred. Here's
Sigurd,
back.
I am ready.
We got beef. Ah. Let's see if we got supports. Hey.
This is gonna be another weird one, isn't it?
Probably.
Ivy, do you think maybe it's time we talked?
I'm just staring into your dreamy eyes.
Whatever you're feeling toward me, I'm prepared to listen. As allies, I'd like there not to be walls between us.
It'd be great if the support just ends without Ivy saying anything.
Very well.
Don't give.
I am rather more comfortable
don't
around you
give
now.
treehouse
so
ideas, honey.
I suppose it's time.
I'm glad to hear that. Can we start with why you seem to have such anger toward me?
I love you.
What?
Huh?
I love you, Divine One. My feelings began long before I met you. Understand, I do not mean romantically. I adore you as a worshipper adores a deity.
But you looked so upset when you were staring at me before.
My deity was standing before me in the flesh. I was nervous.
And you can't see half my fucking face.
Oh.
I think that'd make it easier, Ivy.
Do you understand now?
Yes. Thank you for sharing that. I, like you as well, Ivy.
Yes. May I be excused?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. And, I'm sorry.
We'll speak again later, Divine One.
Was it me, or were the animations used really well in that?
Yeah.
I swear sometimes this game just, like, suddenly gets replaced by a better game.
Yeah.
For, like, a minute. Excuse me.
Oh!
Oh, boy. Edelgard's ready, too.
Damn it!
Solitary, but a nation
Prank.
cannot rest on one individual. Do you agree?
I do. That's why you need friends and allies you can trust. And wise people to guide you.
So I'm shit out of luck then. You mean you don't have friends and allies? I do, but I've got no wise people. I mean, look. Yeah, apparently they talk to the writers picked like one of the three house leaders for each of them to talk to. And I'm like, how come best guy Diamant cannot talk with best girl?
I mean, since these Bond conversations are fucking nothing anyway, they might as well have just made it so that, you know, they have three conversations, C, B, and A. Might as well just split them up then.
Maybe. Alright, let's see what Byleth has to say to Hortensia.
I don't get it, Professor. I abused your power. How can you pretend like that never happened?
I'm not pretending. I just don't see any reason to chastise someone who already feels remorse.
Now put me on someone else's finger.
Alright, yeah, we did not get a lot from that. Huh.
Fucking horse shit. hardest map in the game, you get nothing. Let's go to the arena.
Alright, who are we leveling?
I don't know. Anyone. I need something. That fucking story shit broke my brain, so I need some dumb fluff right now.
Alright, let's see. Training Sigurd. He's close to the
Sigurd?
Sigurd.
Eve says, my deity was standing before me in the flesh, and I realized my deity was a bimbo.
On, let's do this!
What?
Jesus Christ.
He's preying on her tonight.
I was like, alright, that's it, you're dead.
Forgive me. My performance was sinful.
Lucky.
Oh, do we know yet if the arena music is like from anything?
I still haven't looked it up. Alright, let's go.
I feel like Bob would immediately have the answer to that.
Do you think me a worthy opponent?
I swear to a fair and honest challenge.
I think you're outclassed.
Well, we've never used her.
Yep. She's apparently pretty good.
Bob doesn't follow game music. Well, what use are you? Jeez!
Lucky, I suppose.
Just awkwardly beating wings.
Yep. Now you're not gonna get some training.
I'll put on a show for you.
Lucina, Princess of Elise, has arrived.
I can't go on.
Look what you made me do.
I lost?
Hey, I actually
What did you say at the end there?
Look, Yunaka or Lucina?
I thought it was all Yunaka.
Yunaka's critical quote was, "Look what you made me do."
Yeah, and then after
Lucina,
that,
I think said, "I lost."
oh, I thought that was also Yunaka.
All right, well that happened.
There's just no context where "look what you made me do" isn't immediately sinister, though.
Yeah. Oh fuck! The chef dude is like the cook.
Holy shit!
We gotta. All right. Who are we eating with? Fuck it. Two best. What is classic pizza? I like classic pizza.
Someone had to come up with all this shit.
Yeah. And we've just been
Jelly donuts. Please tell me those are onigiri in the Japanese game.
I hope.
Aren't all of her crit lines sinister? Yeah, but the other ones are like edgy cool.
Excellent. Leave it to me. Now, to bring out the essence of the flavors. Yes, a bit more. Good. Voila. Please
I used to
enjoy
cook
to your
this for
heart's
Renea.
content.
What an exceptional meal.
Then I cooked.
This is one of my favorites.
Please, take this and enjoy at your leisure.
I just forget about these. What does these leftovers do?
I think you can eat them for like a stat buff. Do we get like a... What's that? Oh, to the pool. While we wrap down, because I don't think we're in the mood for a paralogue, are we?
You eat him to heal 20 HP, one use. Neat. Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, Alira and Yunaka pool date.
I can dig it. It's a weird sort of pool to be doing laps in, though. But
Yeah. Diamant and Ivy, Orchard today.
I really like Diamant's casual out, and hers too.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap, normal clothes.
And then, oh,
It's like, they can do it. They just choose not to.
who would we want to see a support between?
I mean, I feel like we gotta get all the Zelkov supports, because I think they're gonna be the best.
Let's try for that one with Ivy.
Yeah.
See if we can get the context.
The problem is we don't use Zelkov, so he never gets support points with anyone.
Nope. He would get anything from those.
Game, please!
Ugh.
Is there anything left we can do?
Not.
What about push-ups?
I don't know if we can control who we do them with. We can try.
Yeah, we can choose. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, let's give it a shot. We haven't seen enough ponytail earlier. Oh, is Diamant working out?
You seem well. Well done.
Alfred, stop putting weird shit in Diamant's head.
You can't corrupt the one normal person left here.
Only I can corrupt him.
What'll it be? I think you can handle this. How hard do you want to go?
Oh, that's always good, though. Like, why would you not?
Alright, what am I doing?
Keep it up.
Yeah, Gold Saucer Games!
Nice. Keep it up. Nice. Perfect. Looking good. Keep it up.
Thrilling action!
Nice. You've got this.
Yeah.
Perfect. Looking good.
You can also go fishing to up your support with Big the Cat.
Keep it up.
Alright, so we're not fishing now.
Nice.
How dare you?
Keep it up. Great job. I'm so proud.
No.
Why
Let's do
would
this again
what would
sometime.
be the point of that?
Oh wait, you know what? Since we're showing off the minigames, who knows what Panzer Dragoon is?
Hmm? Yes.
Looking to try a new course?
Which would you like?
Oh man, we can do hard.
Have a
No, I'm
nice
not going
flight.
to.
And you'll never be ready for real Panzer Dragoon, man. That game gets
I
tough.
love Dog Haro on the head of the wyvern.
Bum 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 bum. Eve says she'd almost buy this game just for Dog Haro.
Hey, buy it for Yunaka too. Just-
No perfect for you. I'll get less MGP.
Yeah, fuck you.
I'm still just wondering, like, why is this here?
Yeah. Who looked at Fire Emblem and was like, you know what we need? Panzer Dragoon. Oh, that's fire. That was a thing.
Just what I'd expect from the Divine One.
Somehow.
Until next time.
How did these get stuck on my wyvern on the way back? What did you fly through?
Wait, have we even... We've had like one Fog of War map, right?
Yep.
Why are we getting all these torches?
I don't know. No, we got two.
Two?
Yeah, the one where we recruit Tamara.
Perhaps.
Remember that, man.
Let's have a nap and see who comes to bother us.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I hope it's Yunaka.
I would accept Diamant or Ivy.
Yeah, but Yunakas are funny.
Yeah.
I've got to stop lying all the time. What an awful habit. I gabbed at someone for an hour yesterday about my dog. I've never had a dog. I'm a cat person. So now I gotta remember who I told about the dog, what its name is, keep my story straight.
Gaslight him.
I've made up my mind, Divine One. I'm going to work on being more honest.
It's 4 a.m.
Starting with the small, pointless lies. No more bad habits.
Freewheeling sex, though, I think I'll keep doing that. It's good to know, Yunaka. Why did you have to tell me this now? Why did you have to come into my room to have this revelation?
I'm not giving up the speedballs.
Alright, well.
If you have max friendship with Dog Horror, then Dog Horror will shoot certain types of targets for you. He says, making my cat watch this so she knows why it's bad to wake someone up this way. Your cat knows. She just doesn't care. She's a cat.
Let's go to the world map and just see what new horse shit pops up.
Give that dog a gun! God, that one fucking map took so long that we, like, don't have time to do more actual Fire Embleming, right?
Nope. Oh, no. Alright, so... This is the Leaf map.
Oh.
Have you done this one?
No, but if it's from Thracia...
I've heard it is exactly what you would expect from a Thracia map.
I literally can't beat Thracia.
And this is the Sigurd map. You know what? Do you want to just go in real quick, like just skip the cutscene and see what the map looks like and see if you recognize it?
We might as well watch the cutscene while we're at it, I suppose. But seriously, like, even with save states, I can't fucking beat Thracia, like...
There's something unnatural about this place.
Pops in, yeah, I died.
You feel it as well? I've no explanation for it. Yet this place bears a great resemblance to Chalfie.
It's as if the creators of this world were... lame.
Chalfie? I've never heard of it.
What's lame about this? This is like fan service that actually makes sense.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm pointing out, it's like, oh yeah, they can only take bits and pieces from other worlds to pad this place out.
I had once thought to lead a quiet life there in Chalfie, alongside my wife, Deirdre.
What happened?
Deirdre was
kept
kidnapped
pronouncing
by
her name wrong
followers
and
of
she
the
left.
Dark Faith. Her life was twisted to their desires.
Is that all that happened?
She was to aid in the resurrection of a dark god.
Aid how?
Heralding a new age of terror and destruction.
Look, I feel like Sigurd, like, it's fine for him to say it like this. I don't think he should be, like, trauma dumping
still light.
on Alir here. Like, I don't think Alir can handle the details of the story of genealogy.
Alir's like, oh, and then you rescued her in the nick of the time, right? You're like, no, I died. What about her? She died too. What about the Dark God? He came back. Oh my god! I had a son, he took care of it.
I believe I shall share that part of the tale with you following the trial. Take up your weapon, for I am the trial that you shall face. Overcome
like,
this
Alfred,
trial.
break
and
out the
my bond
rider's
will
bane.
grow.
He's like, oh boy,
My
finally!
power will be
And we have to fight in this place that is like your homeland. There's significance to that.
correct. Now earn it. Show me that your skills are sufficient to surpass my own.
Punches him off the
I'll
horse.
take you down, Sigurd. I'm giving this everything I have.
Sigurd's like, poor sap, she's not ready for what I've got to tell her.
Unfortunately, it was, like, early Fire Emblem Heroes Sigurd, and he is undefeatable now. See, at least I know Eve is in my corner about pronouncing Deirdre correctly, Patrick Seitz.
Oh shit, they give it a big fortress. That's bridge. Big fortress. Okay, hang on. What is this fucking outfit? Why are you wearing a fucking triangle?
Fucking asterisk core bullshit. Big Fortress, also known as Castle, although the courtyard could stand to look a little more elaborate.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, what chapter of genealogy is this representing, if you can remember it?
like this would be early on because it's his homeland.
Alright.
This is where he's like, you know, just hanging out, and then everything goes to shit. But, you know, obviously, you know, the scale's a little smaller.
Yeah.
Though the castles get bigger. Not sure how that works.
Axes, swords.
We're at chapter 2.
There's just no fucking lances here. Alright, interesting. Wait a minute. Where does Seliph have his talk with his parents?
That's late in the game.
Yeah, but where? Where in the world? It's like when they kill Arvis, he has that talk. Is that in Granvale?
I think that's when they're marching on Granville, yeah.
Alright. Because just those like...
Because you kill Arvis and then you park at the water, and that's how you get that.
Because I was like, this is some very inconspicuous beach. And it was making me wonder, like, is this a reference to the spot where that happens? Because I haven't played Gene yet.
I think you... I don't know. There's so many weird secrets in that game. Maybe that's where you go to, like, have the Lady of the Lake show up and give you an axe. I don't know.
Also, like, I like that you can kind of see some of genealogy's a bit more wide open map design, because here it's just like, here's a shitload of trees and dudes. Work with it.
Mm.
And bridge. Presumably we gotta capture that. Oh, we'll do this. We're probably gonna do a lot of parallels next time, I'm thinking. Because...
Can we just, like, tweet at Patrick Seitz and tell him how to pronounce Deirdre? Like, you know, preferably he would not be directing a Genealogy Remakes voices, but, you know... If I have to deal with that for a whole fucking game...
Will that be your supervillain origin story?
Perhaps.
What level is this? Yeah, so, the emblems will get capped at bond level 10 unless you complete their paralogs. So that's why we kind of want to do those. Plus, we want to get those 2 other DLC emblems. So I feel like next time we're going to do a lot of paralog stuff. But that will be next time. I need to shower. And, you know, because I have work tomorrow and stuff. And, yeah. What a wacky, wacky game. Zoom out even.
But even if for some reason you don't know how to pronounce Deirdre, there's katakana, and they get closer to the pronunciation than fucking what's his face here does. George something? I don't know Sigurd's VA's name, but like, come on. Like, this is just all over like the Patrick Sites directed stuff where it's just like shit is pronounced weird. In ways that always just has me go like, but why is that what you came up with?
Yeah. Alright, castle, that's gonna be something eventually. I still don't know, like, what Sombron can do and cannot do.
He can eat people.
Yeah, it's like, oh, his movement's limited. I guess, like, you know, how Medeas couldn't leave his castle in the first game. Except he can apparently just, like, into the fucking cathedral and eat the king.
Yeah.
And then do nothing else while all the good guys get away.
It's just like, to build tension, you need to make, you know, your viewers or players or readers or whatever, you know, like, understand, like, the mechanics of the situation, like what they can and can't do and what the opponents can and can't do. So that you can be like, oh man, here's why this is like a difficult situation. How are they going to get out of this? What's going to happen? And here's just like, whatever the writers want is going to happen. And it's probably going to involve people just fucking showing up out of nowhere. And then people like standing still while the bad guys just do a bunch of shit.
It makes sense to do these in order of like the levels increase. Yeah. To the shock of nobody, this game's got problems. One that we haven't really talked about is who's gonna use these people? Like, it just made, like, you know, this Fire Emblem in particular is getting hit really hard by, like, the whole limited deployment slots, and then just, you know, a shitload of characters. It's just like, you know, why throw all of these at me, especially now that, like, you know, casual mode is ingrained in the series forever.
Yeah.
God damn, those are some beefy stats.
Here's for Genealogy Remake, please just have 8-4 do the English script, Wendy Lee direct the voices, and for love of fuck have someone on hand with a pronunciation guide, because there is a lot of Irish and Norse mythology in there, and yeah, good luck. Yeah. Good luck, like, looking at the letters and being like, yeah, this is how you pronounce that. If you can't even pronounce Deirdre, which is, like, not... You look at that, and it's not that hard to figure out how to pronounce that one.
Alright.
Like, if nothing else, do it to make Eve not have an aneurysm. Please. I would like to keep Eve around.
Yes, Eve is good. She deserves to stay around. God, that would have been a really obnoxious map if I didn't take a fucking dancer in. Holy shit.
Game's meant to be played with permadeath. Yeah, but, like...
No,
people don't do that. People don't do that. In Fire Emblem, they added casual mode to these games for a reason. And also, do you, like... Permadeath doesn't fit in this game. Because it's just so fucking fluffy.
Yeah?
Like, if people actually die, that would just be fucking weird in this game.
I mean, I'm pretty sure every time a character has died, we've been like, hang on, what the fuck is happening?
And on top of that, like, you know, even in the old games, it's like, you know, even the developers admit it, like, yeah, when someone dies, we just reload and try again. So you still don't get to use those other units. Like, that's why casual mode was added, because, like, even the developers do not actually fucking just keep playing. Unless it's Dorcas, probably, but, you know.
Especially, like, you know, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, you know, you go through the whole Serenity stuff, and then you get to Brodia, and it's just like, hey, here's Lapis. Finally, you got another sword user. And it's like, okay, yeah, cool, great. And then the chapter after that, there's just like, hey, here's Certified Game Breaker Diamant. Another better sword user. And it's like, bye, Lapis. Fuck off. Like, you know, at least, like, they space out your bow people. You know, you get Etier, and then it takes a couple chapters for you to get Alchris. Then it takes even more chapters to get Fogado. But, like, you know, and then you start off with, you know, Axe user Boucheron. You don't get another Axe user until Jade, who's armored. You know, technically a different thing. And then after that, you need to get to, you know, the Solm stuff to get another Axe user. So it kind of feels like some of that, like, unit type spacing got, like, fucky. Oh yeah, and then a couple chapters after you get Diamant, it's like, here's another sword user, who also, I think, like, is generally agreed to basically make Lapis completely redundant. So it's like, you know, why does this character exist?
The whole fucking thing of, like, here's 2 royals, here's their retainers, just like, it just adds all its clutter.
Makes everybody who doesn't have a crown redundant. And then even then...
Like, in old Fire Emblem games, it was like, you know, they give you new units as it makes sense to do that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they always, like, you know, feature well on that map. And here it's just like, you just get people.
Yeah.
Just show up, whatever.
It's just like, you know, oh, we're doing that Brodia Castle map, and we're under attack, and then, oh, hey, here comes Amber. What does he offer? Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, why is he in the game?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, like, because they were like, okay, we've got 2 royals per country, and each royal gets 2 retainers just like Fates. And then they had to pad that cast out. And then they, you know, man, look at this design. This design doesn't even fit his personality.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you see this guy and you expect him to be, you know, if he's Diamant's retainer, you expect him to be kind of, you know, level-headed maybe, like kind of, you know, I hesitate to use the word, but cool, like he knows what's up. And then he comes up and he's like, oh god, what's happening? This is like a hero thing. And it's like, what the shit happened here?
In some of the older games, like, you'd have, like, units that were basically jokes. But then it's like, you know, that's just that. You can take it or leave it, and there's no, like, fucking, like, social mechanics in between. There's no, like, support chains that might have the most interesting information in the whole game hidden in there. Like, that shit started on the GBA, and it was annoying there, too.
Yeah. I'm you know, okay, I've heard Wolf Knights are really good. But if you're, like, you know, Marin in particular is really good. But also, if you're this far into the game, you probably put a lot of time into Yunaka, and you're like, okay, for all of one more movement, why should I really care about this person in comparison to Yunaka? Ooh, she can use swords! Man, what a game changer. Nobody else can use swords. Nobody else can use swords.
Bob says Amber's supposed to replace Alfred. He's better than Alfred. Yeah, but like...
He sucks!
Yeah, you don't want to use this guy, because I don't want to hear his fucking voice.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
And, you know, like, that is the other problem, where it's just like, you know, okay, if these characters are like, you know, I don't think it's good for characters to be entirely disposable, for it to just be like, here's the better version, use them. And I'm like, I don't like them, though. Like, you know, I'm sure, like, Alchrist and Fogado, stat-wise, would probably end up, you know, better archers than FTA. But we like FTA, so we use them. Like, this is one of the strengths of Three Houses' whole anybody can be anything system. Because it felt like, you know, you couldn't really just, like, it didn't really make people, like, this redundant. Like, I could still, like, easily level people up and use them for, like, you know, paralogs.
But it also made people stand out less, so you wouldn't
Yeah.
have, like, oh man, Diamant's a beast, or like, Yunaka's awesome. Like, you wouldn't get that feeling.
Yeah. So I feel like there's a balance that needs to be struck. Struck. I don't even know why I have this guy with another sword other than the killing edge, honestly.
Honestly, if you're gonna have, like, a big cast like this and have them all, like, be, like, you know, on a relationship chart anyway, why not bring back, like, something like Pair Up, so that you can, in fact, just use more people?
Yeah. Or, you know...
Like, you have emblem rings, right? So what if instead of, like, ghosts of previous protagonists, it's just like, here's your secondary character that you kind of equip onto your primary character?
Yeah.
And then you can have this bigger cast and still have, like, that cool element of customization.
And,
Pair Up is in this game? What are you talking about?
I think it's like a special ability. But man, it's like... I don't want to fix this. Bring back Echo's thing where you can just deploy fucking everybody. You know, obviously with a cast this big, not practical. But like, for the love of God! Like, why is 12 the max I've seen? Like, you know, let me just deploy a good cluster of people. Like, because there are chapters, like, I think it was, like, the chapter where we recruited Seedal, and it was just, like, deploy 6 people or something. And
How does this cast size compare to other games? Because I feel like this is, like, just a long-ass list.
I have actually heard that this is one of the smaller casts.
Then why does it feel so big?
Probably because we're limited so much on who we can or can't use. Is the max because there's 12 emblem rings. Yeah, that's like fine, but we have so much more than 12 characters, so it's just like, you know, why is most of this cast like supposed to be bench? And then also it's just like, if they don't want me to just be like, you know, oh, here is the character and their gimmick, it's like, oh well, if you do their support, then you get to see that there's a reason that Celine is just super obsessed with tea. And I'm like, you know what? That's cool and all, but if I bench her immediately, I'm never gonna see it. You know, maybe there's something that actually makes Amber like a really interesting character, but I didn't like him, so I benched him immediately, and I will never see it. And to me, the only part of him that exists is the one trope.
And in the older games, like, it was also just like, you know, you had a bunch of early game units that you're not supposed to use for that long. Like, it's really clear that, you know, your fucking Jagan is gonna, like, top out at some point, or it's like, here's Gordon, and now here's an archer that actually doesn't suck ass.
Yeah.
And then, you know, but in this game, Gordon would have, like, 15 supports, and they would be integral to getting all the best character stuff.
Yeah. Like, you know...
And he's just gonna be sitting there all the time, because after every map, for some reason, you go back to Marv's secret castle that he has somehow.
Did you know that if you talk to characters that you haven't used in a while after a battle, they'll kind of guilt trip you for like, can you use me, please?
What is this fucking Persona shit?
Yeah. And you know, like, it's important to remember with Shadow Dragon, Cain and Abel, who you could use through the whole fucking game, and I did, are not the norm. They are like the exception to the rule. Most of those characters I started with, other than Cain and Abel and Sita, bench. when I got better people.
Yeah, that makes way more sense. And also, just like, you know, in those old games, characters just like, you know, hit people, and they only really like speak up if they die. In this, everyone is constantly talking, so if you have a fucking annoying asshole, you have to deal with that all the time if you use him.
Yep.
Like, imagine if you were playing Shadow Dragon, and then Gordon would constantly be like, "But Marth!"
God, I can't wait for the next Kusakihara Fire Emblem.
See you later, Eve. Have a good vacation. And a safe flight, of course. So the FE anime. That was what I was quoting, yes. But it's just like, you know, the fact that some of these characters are just like a pain in the ass to like listen to makes you immediately not want to use them, like Amber.
Yeah, I feel like maybe what they're going for is it's just like, okay, here's their surface level detail, and if you find it amusing, you can keep using that character, and then the supports will be like, hey, that character that amused you has more stuff to them. But that's risky, and in fact, I would maybe argue that it's like
all Chris. Who the fuck wants to use this guy?
Yeah.
It's fucking whim.
And it's like, you know, man, in the lead up to this game, I saw people would be like, you know, they'd announce a character, and then somebody would like retweet that character's image, be like, oh my god, I'll die for this person. I'm like, you'll die for the design? Because, you know, those bios weren't telling you a lot about the person.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, you know, I think the problem is we are better writers than most people, even professional writers. Or at least the professional writers working on this game.
I really don't want to, like, you know, get all big-headed.
I don't either.
And, like, it's hard if you have to write, like, fucking over 30 characters, but, like, the whole thing is just, like, if you make them really annoying and they talk all the time, then people won't want to use them.
Yeah. Like, you know, how many people benched Clan and Fran because of their worship? And not because, you know, maybe their stats are subpar, which I heard they are.
Someone on my DeviantArt insists that Clan is best boy. And I just said I wouldn't know I'm gay, and then they linked me Clan's profile on the Fire Emblem wiki. It's just like, I know who Clan is!
That's like... That is a person who, like, literally cannot engage on a deeper level than a Wikipedia article, I think.
No, it's just like, I mean, that just implies that they thought that I didn't know who Clan is, and it's just like, I have opened game on my Switch.
Like, you know, I'm gonna try and use Alchrist in my playthrough, because I kind of want to, like, have my team be, like, Alir and, like, all the royals.
You know, thinking of Alchrist here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, he just looks so wimpy, and you have to listen to him talk, and you're just like, eh. Like, imagine if in Shadow Dragon, Caster was constantly doing that shit.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be like, get this guy the fuck out of here.
Or if, like, you know, every fucking level Hardin brought up, like, but I love Nina. Ugh. It's like, shut up, shitty cashew.
Yeah, they just give all of Hardin's like paladin friends just like stupid fucking personality traits. Like Wolf was just constantly just like, I really love, I don't know.
I love biscuits.
I love biscuits.
Biscuits. They're the best. They're the best. You know, baked thing to go with every meal. Biscuits.
And Sedgar's just constantly like, I want to go home. You know, just shit. That's what would happen in this game. And it will be really, and you know, even characters that do have like, you know, these like personality flaws that like, you know, can get on your nerves. It's like, because in those old games, you don't have to hear them all the time. Yeah. They're still way more usable. Like, you know, I could easily see that, you know, if they do a Blazing Blade remake and they keep all the characters exactly the same, that someone like, what's her face? The fucking Tsundere healer? I am blanking on that. Why am I blanking? Senna?
Maybe?
The pink hair?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Like, she could be a really, like Hortensia tier annoying character if she's constantly talking and they, like, keep that joke going. Sarah, yeah. If Sarah talks, I'll boycott that remake. So you see what I mean then, right?
And, you know, like, what they would do, like, getting back to the joke of, like, what is it, Stagger, like, I want to go home! They'd have him whine about that, but then it'd be like, but, in 2 ace supports out of 8 or whatever, he'll mention that the real reason he wants to go home is because he's the only one who can take care of his sick aunt, and he's really worried about that, and it makes him a way deeper character.
Now, what would happen is that you'd have to support him with, like, another really annoying character that no one would use, and then some guy on Twitter would, like, post their ace support and be like, why does this go so hard? And then you realize that they're talking about some really deep shit that affects you just by listening to that support, and you're like, ah, shit. I've owned this game for 20 years. You know, the support thing admittedly just has been a problem ever since we got what we consider the modern support system in the GBA games. Or that's just always the thing where it's like, you're gonna end up not using people either because you don't like the look of them, or because they're not good units, or just because you have no room for them, and then it turns out that they have some crazy shit going on. Like, you get this one random fucking hermit near the end of Blazing Blade, and he has some incredibly important lore shit to say, but there's no way you'll ever get to see any of it.
My 2 favorite support systems are Echoes and Three Houses, because Echoes by and large went for quality over quantity, and was just like, this is the characters who romance the other character. Like, you don't get to pick. Shut up. And then Three Houses, which sort of flipped the script of like, yeah, but in these select few supports, you find out, like, the stuff that makes them a deep and interesting character, and they flip the script where it's just like, yeah, there's a couple supports per character that are just, you know, frivolous, fun whatevers, and then the rest of it is just like, here's them being a fully fleshed out character. So you understand this person. And not just like, Sylvain's a man whore. Like, people people call it, like, trauma dumping, like, the supports in Three Houses, and I'm like, no, I don't think that's trauma dumping. Like,
people like to use, like, buzzwords, like psychology buzzwords these days.
Yeah, and it's
like everything's gaslighting now.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not trauma dumping where Sylvain's like, let me tell you about my, like, tragic past and the reason I'm like that. He's just like, yeah, this is who I am.
Yeah, and there's also plenty of characters who are just like, hi, talking to you makes me really uncomfortable, bye, and then eventually have to be like, sorry, that was really rude, I can explain to you why I'm like that if you want.
This is why, like, I immediately, like, give the side eye to people who are like, Byleth is the worst avatar. I'm like, are you shitting me? Because there's a varied amount of reactions to Byleth amongst the Three Houses cast. From, like, you know, Edelgard immediately crushing on them in her own way, to, you know, Hubert and Sedith and other characters be like, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I might be plotting to kill you. Fuck off. Like, Sylvain hates their guts. Felix is just like, oh, you're an obstacle for me to overcome to be cool. Like, Bernie's terrified of you, like she is of everybody. Like, you know, there's a varied amount of reactions, and then here it's just like, oh, divine dragon! Ah! Which we got with Corin. It wasn't great.
I like that because, you know, Byleth is easier to project onto because they are not just like some bland motherfucker like Robin or Corin or Lear, and you can just kind of inhabit that character, and like you have these dialogue choices to kind of like influence, like, okay, this is how I want to react to this. And then it becomes like you are meeting these people and getting to know them. And here it's like you are sitting in on these conversations between these fucking weirdos. Like, it's so hard to relate to a lot of these things.
Yeah, like, and you know.
But like, you're still supposed to like be Alear, but when I watch a support that Alear's involved in, it's like, I don't feel like, you know, I'm like relating to Alear here.
Why? It's half measures. It's just like, it's this character, we've scripted out all of their dialogue. Oh, but also it's the character you can be. And it's like, alright, either do it like Byleth and make, you know, kind of like a Persona protagonist where they're silent, aside from, you know, a handful of like ancillary voice lines. And let me choose their dialogue in certain scenes so, you know, I can construct this character. Or fucking go back to the old way and be like, here's your main character, shut the fuck up. It's like, well, people won't like it if they have a set protagonist, and I'm just gonna like, you know, I'm gonna lean in and be like, Xenoblade. You know that other big Nintendo JRPG franchise that's getting real big? There's been precisely one of those games where you had a silent character that didn't really do anything, that was like a player avatar, and all the rest had defined protagonists. That series is doing fucking okay. In fact, it might be doing better than Fire Emblem at this point.
And also, look at all the fucking emblem rings in this game that everyone's like going all goo goo gaga over. Most of those aren't avatar characters.
Nope. And you know what? I do want to say, like, you know, regarding Byleth, you said, like, you can kind of, like, you know, insert yourself into Byleth. The other thing also is, because a lot of people call that a negative, like, oh, it's just a self-insert. You don't have to insert yourself into Byleth, because the way I look at it is, I am filling Byleth up. Like, I am taking this, like, canvas the game has given me and being like, okay, it's like a coloring book. I have certain lines that I can't go out of, but I can I can craft something within the space of the game myself. Like, you know, my Byleth is not just me acting through Byleth. My Byleth is a character I have, like, filled the links in my head, and I find them interesting. Because I can't help but make creative characters, whereas, like, the writers in this game seem to, like, actively kind of, like, try not to. It's weird.
I mean, if so many people are like, oh, Byleth's boring, and it's like, I'm over here, like, very easily filling in, like, what sort of person Byleth is and why that's actually very interesting. And I'm like, I guess there's just a lot of people in the world that aren't really very creative, and some of them are writing this game.
Yeah, that's pretty much it exactly, like...
But there's clearly, like, at least one person who can write, and they wrote Yunaka.
Maybe Diamants.
The interesting thing is, like, Yunaka's, like, weird way of talking is kind of a localization invention. She talks in, like, a weird, old-fashioned way in Japanese, and I guess they were just, like, there's, like, no good way to directly translate that, so they just made her, like, May 2.0.
Yeah. Which, you know, fine.
Yeah, like, it works really well.
Yeah.
But it's also just, like, there's clearly material there just from the way she acts, and not just in the way she talks.
And, like, the thing is, with characters, if 12% of their lines are interesting, well, I'm sorry, that's a failing grade. And that's really what it comes down to. It's like, you can cherry pick all these interesting supports for me, but if most of them are boring as shit, or, you know, even annoying or weird, or just like, that's not how people talk, you know, it's not good. Like, straight up. Like, That's not how average grades work. And then some people are like, oh, well, we look at the old game supports. Because, like, we already know the specific ones that are, like, better and really good like that. And I'm like, that's possible. I haven't played a lot of the old ones, but I've played Echoes, and I know for a fact, no, most of those supports are better. Just across the board better.
Yeah, this game has too many supports. And, like, even in Three Houses, which I already think still had kind of too many supports, like, it was way easier to, like, you know, you could immediately just see, like, okay, I have supports of these people, and some of them don't even go to A. Mm-hmm. And, like, I very easily just, like, blundered into, like, a bunch of interesting supports, like, completely blind. And in this game, you go in blind, and like, we have to fucking find out through YouTube meme videos that some of these are really funny or interesting.
Yeah. Like,
and then the other half of like half of the time that we're just in the game doing this stuff on our own, you get fucking like, oh man, this tea is so delicious.
Neat. And support.
Yeah. And that's why every time we get a really good support, it really like catches us by surprise, because we're not expecting that to happen at this point. We've been conditioned by the dumb crap.
Yeah, it almost feels like a writer had to sneak back into the offices after everybody left to just be like, I've got to add something to this.
But also, like, it takes so fucking long to build these things up, even after the patch.
Yeah.
That it's just like, half the time it's like, oh, here's a B support, and I'm like, what was the C support again? I don't even fucking remember.
Mm-hmm. Like, you know, these two are apparently cousins. Not that you'd ever know unless you used her and got a support. Like, And then random samurai guy from just, you know, shut up, don't ask questions. Shut up, consume game. Don't think. I need my media to at least be, like, passably intelligent. And that's why, like, you know, I have a hard time with this game.
This game makes my brain fog worse.
Oof. You still want to keep streaming it then?
Yeah, it's just like, that's why I hate the story so fucking much. Like, I can't ignore how fucking, like, flaccid it is. And just, like, the constant, like, doing shit where it's just like, wait, what? Huh? What the fuck? Like, you're making me spend all my, like, fucking brain MP
you have to,
on
like,
deciphering, like, the most basic bitch fucking story in the universe.
Yeah, like, you need to, like, almost be constantly rewriting it in your head. If you want a good story out of this game, you need to play it, puzzle out what the fuck just happened, and then rewrite it in your head to make something compelling out of it.
It's like if you ran a Pokemon anime through Google Translate.
We should really, because I got a shower and it's almost 10 o'clock now.
Yeah. And, you know, there's only so much bitching we can do, ultimately.
Yeah. Alright, well. This is Nothles nothing out. I really want some lemonade.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll see you on Sunday. Or, well, I might be here tomorrow then. Like around 12 or 1. Just keep an eye on Twitter or Discord if you're there. I will, like, keep you guys posted on what I'm doing. So, see you then, perhaps, if you can be. If not, you can watch that one later on Twitch or YouTube. And on Sunday, we will be back with more Engage, and I will just, I don't know, man. I feel like I gotta take some kind of measure, but figure it out. Bye, papaya, and Rosie rolling out.